And we're underway with the bronze medal contest. For the men, surprisingly I suppose, some would say, Russia relegated to the bronze medal match and not making it to the final. We're up against Germany. Germany had a good run at it. Lost out to the Hungarians, surprisingly I think. And then the Hungarians lost to the Georgians. No surprise there. Englmaier having to fight for weight up. Normally at 60 kilos, they decided that they'll give him a go at Mikhail Pulyaev. Struggling a little bit to get past Pulyaev's arms. Pulyaev is not a big man, he's only one weight up, but Englmaier will probably feel the difference in strength and power. Doesn't want to get pulled around here. He's one of the shortest fighters in the under 60 kilo category, but luckily for him, Pulyaev is not one of the tall ones in the weight up. Almost going over. You have to look at the landing and not just the flight, but there was enough there for a yuko. Spectacular as Englmaier went through the air. The landing, he gave up a yuko. Yuko the lead for Pulyaev with a little over 2 minutes left to go. Englmaier has picked up a second penalty now. It's the yuko against him that will be of more concern at the moment. Got to find a way to get back on the scoreboard. Not going to be easy. One of the best fighters in the world at 66 kilos, Mikhail Pulyaev. Ticking away for Englmaier. Needs to come up with something now. Again, you can just see how strong, or how much stronger than Englmaier Pulyaev is in the upper body, and that's just keeping him away, keeping him at distance, making it difficult for him to come up with any kind of telling attack. Picked up a third penalty now as Englmaier. enough for Yuko. It was the replay of the scoring technique. And that continues to be the lead with half a minute left to go. Englmaier pressing forward and almost getting caught. Last few seconds here. Well, Pulyaev will pick up Judo, but it's not going to make any difference now. Englmaier gave absolutely everything. Good contest. But the single Yuko there, picked up by Pulyaev, enough to take the contest for the Russian, Mikhail Pulyaev. All right, 1-0. The Russians lead here. That was the score that brought Pulyaev the Yuko. Well, we're underway with the second contest in a match between Germany and Russia. Christopher Voelk in white for Germany and Denis Iartcev in blue for Russia. 1-0 the score. Voelk picks up a penalty for avoiding to take a grip. And just guarding that left lapel a little bit with his right hand as well, so got to be careful not to get called for that. Right-sided Tartoshi effort from Iartcev, but he was losing the grip with one hand as he turned in, so no real chance of catching Voelk with that one. A minute and a half gone already. Just a slight advantage to the Russian at the moment. Voelk is the fighter who's picked up a single penalty. He had the right shape there. Didn't feel confident enough to attack and didn't really have the best grip. There's that little right-sided show from Iartcev. I'm not even going to dignify that with an attempt. He just threw his shoulder forward, pushed the leg out, and then he was back to his original start point. And now Iartcev picks up a penalty for just avoiding to grip up properly. So negative gripping from Iartcev draws a Judo. Both fighters now have picked up a Judo, but Voelk has a second one on there, beg your pardon. Voelk has a second Judo, so Iartcev still with the advantage. And you can see the shape of the tired Toshi, but there's no real threat there to Christopher Voelk from Iartcev. He turns in, and then as soon as he turns in, he's almost, falling away from him, or he's not really committed to it. And Voelk is able to defend that. All it does is waste a bit of time. Iartcev it was an afterthought. He got in that position accidentally. He didn't really plan it, did he?
Just a good reaction then. To
he was there. Okay,
continue.
well, I'll have a go. I'll have a go with Iartcev. So picking up a third penalty. It hasn't been his day. Christopher Voelk. He's collected a few Shidos along the way. Well, the fight is frustrating the German.
Oh, what a nice Ashiwasa. Vasari leading now for Iartcev. Powerful. A minute 40 the German got left. There's again the replay. It looked a little bit like a feint. He was playing with his right leg, and then finally he attacked.
Not bad Ashiwasa from Iartcev.
Yep. A little bit more than a minute left. Christopher Voelk already 3 penalties. And he knows that he has to risk now everything. Not only the penalties, it's because of the Vasari. He escaped a little bit, the Russian, from that situation. Last 10 seconds. So that means one more point for Russia, and that's it. Coming up now, Sven Maresh from Germany and Alan Khubetsov of Russia. Pressure now for the German. Big task and a big chance here for Russia to get on the podium after this decision. They met 2 days earlier at the individuals. So it was Sven Maresh who defeated the Russian in a pool final. But team event is always something different. It's always special. We saw it with Martina Traidos, who also won against Clarissa Begnanou, the French fighter, in the individuals, in her pool final, in her semi-final, and lost today. I can imagine that Sven Maresh don't want to make any mistake. Both now with a Shido. Slow. Tayotoshi or Seotoshi didn't see the right arm position from Maresh. Second Shido now. Slight advantage for the German. Not really happening anything. So now Maresh with the second penalty that ties things up. Minute to go. So the last 30 seconds.
Oh, yes!
Wow, he was so far away, but still get a score.
And when you see
Hope for Germans.
the replay of that, you'll see that blocking and pushing over. I think this is a really lovely illustration here, because we talk about this from time to time. There was no way you could step off it. It
Yes.
really trapped him. It was like a hand just blocking at the back here. Look,
Yeah.
you know, and the top half was the finish. It's like being tripped up. You know, you're falling over backwards, but there's nowhere for you to go because you can't get your foot out. And the top half finishes him off. Maresh, right at the death,
Yes.
comes in to bring the scores that little bit closer. 2-1 now. And now Voprosov waits. Really love that. Thanks very much for that replay. Voprosov and Marc Odenthal. Odenthal in the white judogi, Voprosov in blue. It's 2-1 to Russia. Must win situation
Yep.
for Marc Odenthal. Odenthal putting the pressure on. He's on his front there. It won't be a score. Englmaier still hoping for a score. Gonna have to be careful that he doesn't get caught on that side.
Yep.
You get the feeling that Voprosov is setting him up, going over. Odenthal defending ever more strongly against that attack, and he'll switch it to the other side. Oh yes, there it is.
Oh.
This is not a replay. You could see that coming, Annette.
Yeah.
Once on there, twice on there. He was going to go to that side. Every time he got closer, he was defending ever more strongly. So Voprosov knew that one big look, and over he went.
And is playing with his hip. Do I go forward or backward?
I was talking to the French referee a minute ago. It's easy to sit here and say, oh, this is going to happen, well, that's going to happen. When you're out there, you see, he defends so strongly against it.
Yeah.
You know, his knees are bent, going away from that. Because he wants to block going forwards. He's going to push his knees down, and all his weight's going into his backside. And Voprosov, in the exchange before that, that's where he'd done the work and set it up. He'd really set Voprosov up there. Sorry, he'd really set Odenthal up, and that takes all of the steam out of the upcoming contest. What's gone on here then? Oh, the Russians haven't got a number 5 anyway, so Karl Richard will take it.
Yeah.
That'll do. But they did when they had Denisov in there. Remember, they put someone up and they just sent 4. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Right.
So
The Russians take the bronze.
Yeah.
5th place for the Germans. Now, there is another